Polynomial long division problem type 3. Now they're going to start rearranging your polynomial so that it's not in best form, and you're going to want to rearrange it and put it in best form. If they leave out a term, we're going to put a 0 in its spot so that everything will line up all nice and neat. This time they're going to have our answer in a different form. Your quotient is going to go in front. Your remainder goes on top of the divisor, like you would have when you did long division back in 3rd grade. So I'm going to take 3x squared minus 1. I'm going to divide it into 3x to the 4th minus 9x cubed. Then I'm going to put the plus 11x squared. Then I'm going to put plus 0x just as a placeholder so that everything lines up nice. Then I'm going to put the minus 4 so that you have your exponents in descending order 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. And I can do my long division. So 3x squared, what times 3x squared gives me 3x to the 4th? Just an x squared. So 3x squared times x squared is 3x to the 4th. X squared times negative 1 is a negative x squared. I'm going to line that up underneath my x squared column so my like terms are all nice and lined up. I'm then going to subtract. So I'm going to change my signs so I can cancel out my leading term. So I'm going to bring down the negative 9x to the 3rd plus 12x squared plus my 0x's minus 4. And then I'm going to say, what times 3x squared gives me negative 9x to the 3rd? Negative 3x. So negative 3x times 3x squared is negative 9x to the 3rd. Negative 3x times negative 1 is a positive 3x. I'm going to put that underneath my x column. And then I'm going to subtract. So I'm changing my signs so I can cancel out my leading term. So I get 12x squared minus 3x minus 4. And then I get to repeat it one more time. So what times 3x squared gives me 12x squared? Positive 4. So 4 times 3x squared is 12x squared. 4 times negative 1 is a minus 4. I'm going to subtract, so I change my signs. And my remainder is going to be negative 3x, because that cancels and that happens to cancel. So the x squared minus 3x plus 4 goes here. The negative 3x will go on top of that fraction, since that's your remainder. Number 5 then, I have 5x squared plus 3, and how should I write my polynomial underneath my division there? Negative 10x to the 4th is my first term. Minus 20x cubed. It's 9x squared. Minus 13x. And plus 16. That time they didn't leave out any terms, we just had to rearrange them and get them in the best order. So what times 5x squared gives us negative 10x to the 4th? Negative 2x squared. So we're going to get a minus 10x to the 4th, and then we're going to get a minus 6x squared, so we want to line that up in the right column. We need to subtract, so we change our signs. And we're going to bring down negative 20x to the 3rd plus 15x squared minus 13x plus 16. And so what times 5x squared gives us negative 20x to the 3rd? Negative 4x. So we're going to get a negative 20x to the third, and then we're going to get a negative 12x. Line that underneath our x column. We're going to subtract, so we change our sign. So this becomes positive, and that becomes positive. Cancels out our leading term. So we have 15x squared negative x plus 16 then. So what times 5x squared gives you 15x squared? Positive 3. So 3 times 5x squared is 15x squared. 3 times 3 is a positive 9. But then we have to subtract, so we change our signs. And our remainder is going to be negative x plus 7. So the negative 2x squared minus 4x plus 3 will go there. The negative x plus 7 will go on top of our fraction. Number 6, we have negative 3x squared plus 2x plus 3, and we're going to divide that into, which should go underneath our division sign.
Negative 6 to the 4 plus 4x to the 3 plus 0x squared plus 11x.
Exactly. So what times negative 3x squared gives us negative 6x to the 4th? 2x squared. So we get negative 6x to the 4th, positive 4x to the 3rd, and a positive 6x squared. But then we have to subtract, so we change all our signs. That cancels, and so we have negative 6x squared plus 11x minus 3. So what times negative 3x squared gives us negative 6x squared? Positive 2. So we get negative 6x squared. 2 times 2x is plus 4x. 2 times 3 is plus 6. And so when we subtract and change all our signs, we're going to bring down 7x minus 9. And since this exponent here is higher than this exponent here, that tells us that's our remainder. So 2x squared plus 2 and 7x minus 9. And again, if you were really bored, you could take that times that and add your remainder, and you should get what you started with.